Guys, if you need any help with this, at Francis the Instructor, at Laura DSTV, or at Driving School TV, hit us up, follow us. We help you all the time. And we don't want to just be helping all of you that message. We want to be helping every single one of you that watches our videos. All we do is help people pass. That is our job, whether it's in the car with one person or on YouTube with thousands. If you need us,
we're here. Should have sorted your mirror out before we moved away from
Let's do some vids. Well, I'm such a professional driver that I can do it while I'm driving.
Who told you was a professional driver?
The government. Government said that it's my job, so that means I'm a professional. Doesn't mean I'm any good, just means I'm a professional. Oh wait, intro. What is up, guys? What is up, guys?
No, can we have the energy about it?
What is up, guys? Carpool karaoke. What is up, guys?
Jesus Christ. Who voted for carpool karaoke?
Everyone. Crikey. Everyone wants to do carpool
Everyone
karaoke.
wants carpool karaoke. Let's do carpool karaoke.
Go on and sing me a song.
Oh gosh. I don't know. I've gone blank now. Can't sing for shit.
They're trying to make me go to rehab, and I said
no.
What is up, guys? We are going to tell you the 3 most important things that you need to do to pass your driving test. The 3 steps that you need to take to be fully ready. We are going to rank these steps in order of importance. 3, 2, 1. See what I did there? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Number 3. Should I do that again because I'm not holding the steering wheel? Fuck it, carry on.
Set aside your nerves and anxiety, keep them at bay, and feel good and feel positive and feel confident. Practice some mindfulness.
Like on your video?
Like on my video.
Where is it? In the
this way,
top left
that
corner.
way, this way, that way, which way?
That way,
this
that
way,
corner.
this corner, this one here.
Yeah.
This corner up here.
Yeah. A lot of people say and message me on Instagram at Francis the Instructor if you want to as well. I've got my driving test coming up. I'm nervous. I'm not sure if I'm going to pass. Give yourself a definite question. Yes or no? The mind likes yes or no answers. Can you drive? Yeah? Can you pass your driving test? Yeah. Okay. Are you going to pass your driving test? Yeah. With the confidence and the belief in yourself, the nerves are lower and your chances of passing are much higher. What about bananas? You always preach about bananas.
Listen, bananas. You can ask any of my pupils that actually listen to me about this and they swear blind the banana works. Bananas are very high in potassium. Potassium acts as a natural beta blocker. So if you suffer with nerves and anxiety, bananas help reduce, help eliminate them nerves and anxiety because of the potassium. No, coffee to be fair will probably give you more anxiety because of the high caffeine levels.
And it gives you jitters.
And it gives you the jitters.
Unless your name's Aaron. And then you just bang out 5 Red Bull before your driving test and pass it.
That's it. I mean, you could take a shot of vodka, you'd still be under the limit.
Definitely can't say that on YouTube. What are you doing?
That was a joke. Cut it there. A good way to put nerves at bay is a lot of people don't think back to other situations they've been in where they've had a practical skill observed by somebody. So think back to when you were at school. Like, did you ever take part in any of the arts? Was you a dancer? Did you play football, drama, those sort of things? Even through work, like being a nurse, you're observed, you know? It's just think of other situations where you've been observed and think about strategies on how you coped with them situations and put that into your driving.
I remember doing music exams in school. Music exams were the most stressful things.
Do you think?
Yeah, when you go up in front of...
Yes, exactly.
You're doing a live skill, you don't have any time to pause and think about your answers. You're being assessed, there's someone watching you and it matters, you get one shot. This is exactly the same.
But then when you messed up during music exams, what did you do?
Crumble.
Improvise. Improvisation. Don't let the nerves get the better of you. And if you mess up, just don't worry about it, you know? Think about the next thing as opposed to thinking about what just happened. The minute you start worrying about something that's just happened, it creates a domino effect.
The other things that people say are rescue remedy, and do you know what? As instructors, we get retested, a bit like Ofsted. Schools get Ofsteded, we get Ofsteded. Different but same. And when I take my check tests, nerves are crazy, and I use rescue remedy. I don't know if it's a placebo or whether it actually does something, but it does calm me down. And we're not recommending medication, it's all herbal. You can get it from Tesco, Sainsbury's, etc. from the paracetamol, ibuprofen aisle. Number 2, the second most important step that you need to take to pass your driving test is be prepared.
Was you too close then?
I don't know, I was stationary there, that was weird. Be prepared for your driving test. Don't take driving tests in places that you aren't from. How many times have you had people message you saying, oh, I've got a driving test in Eastbourne?
It's ridiculous.
Like, oh right, you're in Eastbourne, sorry, we don't drive to Eastbourne, we're in London. Oh no, I'm in London, my test is just in Eastbourne. What do you mean have you ever driven in Eastbourne? No, I haven't driven in Eastbourne, but I'm gonna pass my drive. It's because the DVSA said, if you're ready to pass your driving test, you can pass it anywhere. I disagree. That's nonsense, because have you ever been to Croydon? Have you ever seen Lombard Roundabout? Okay, let's go southeast. Have you ever seen Clifton's Roundabout in Hither Green? Okay, let's go anywhere else. Have you ever seen Apex Corner in North London? If you haven't been there before, you will not pass there.
Yeah.
You will not.
It's having that familiarity of the area in which you're going to take your test. Don't get me wrong, there is some truth in if you can drive, you should be able to drive anywhere. However, when it comes down to test circumstances and in a test situation,
when you're nervous,
and
at the level that you're going to be at when you take your
Exactly.
driving test. Okay, I could probably pass a driving test anywhere. I've been driving for like, I don't know, 10 years.
Hang on, did you just say you would pass a driving test anywhere?
Yeah. Well, if I took it seriously and it wasn't on YouTube, you could pass a driving test anywhere,
Oh,
but you've been driving for 250 years.
250 years.
But somebody who's been learning for 40 hours is not going to pass a driving test anywhere. You need to build up that experience
Yeah, it's
on finding different road conditions and scenarios so that you've got that in your bank so that you can use it. Let's go a different way. I hate traffic. The other thing is, how many times have you heard instructors don't do mock tests?
Oh my gosh, hear that so often, and
Why?
I just don't understand why instructors don't.
Comment below, guys. Does your instructor do mock tests? If not, why not?
As well, some people say that their driving instructor does a kind of mock test, but no.
Everybody's been to school, right?
Yes.
Everybody's been through primary school and secondary school. Remember your first tests were SATs?
Yes.
Do you remember doing SATs mocks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a long time ago for you. Do you remember doing GCSE mocks? Do you remember doing A-level mocks? There's not a test that you do in school. And let's imagine like teachers at school probably know slightly more about education or educating people than driving instructors. You've never done a test in school without doing mocks first. Why are driving instructors thinking that they know better? Why?
Because they're stupid.
Yeah. Do you know what builds nerves as well? Going into the unknown.
Yes. So by having a mock test,
Right.
you're
You know
kind
the
of getting that
process.
experience. You're going to know how the examiner's going to speak to you.
You know the feeling, you know what's going to happen, you know bang, 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 this is how it starts, this is how it ends. Familiarity
That's it.
calms nerves. Number 1, the most important step that you can take to make your driving test more successful as we negotiate tooting is planning ahead and commentary. They're kind of linked.
They are linked. Commentary is literally just the verbal way of planning ahead.
Yeah.
They work in partnership, hand in hand. They're friends, they're pals, they're besties. They are planning ahead and commentary. Boom. Right.
When we do mock tests with you guys, the number 1 time that I can tell that people have stopped planning ahead is when you make a mistake. Straight after that mistake, more mistakes then start happening because you're thinking about that mistake. You don't have the brain capacity to do 2 things at once. to plan ahead and think about what's just happened. You should always be thinking what's next. The only thing while you're driving on your driving test that's going through your head is what's next and how do I deal with it. So what do we mean by planning ahead? You should be looking as far down the road as you possibly can.
The thing is, there's not just going to be one thing that you need to be looking out for or planning ahead for. You just got to work in order of prioritization as well. What you see and what is the most important thing to deal with first.
Okay, so what about commentary?
So commentary is just speaking about what you're planning ahead for. You know, speaking it out verbally. Not only what can you see, but how are you going to deal with it?
Why is commentary good?
Because you're giving the examiner an insight as to your train of thought, what you're seeing, where you're looking, and how you're going to deal with it. So it's helping them feel safe whilst you are escorting them around.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. You're just escorting them around for 35 to 40 minutes.
So the thing about commentary is when you say what's happening next on the road, you're keeping yourself alert, you're keeping yourself focused on what's happening next, and you're letting the examiner know what you're about to do next. Because remember, they don't know you and they don't know you're driving. Imagine being in the car with someone who you know doesn't have a driving license and you don't know what they're going to do next. Nerves. If the person taking the test is telling the examiner what they're going to do next, how much more relaxed is the examiner going to be? Like, hey, Mr. Examiner, I'm going to turn left at the end of the road. Right, mirrors and signal, and going to adjust my positioning and bring my speed down. Now the examiner, Laura in the corner, is feeling chill and relaxed that I'm going to take care of everything and keep her safe. What is going on here? Okay,
Talk to me, tell me about it. What are you going to do?
Let's go the other way. I'm checking for anything that might come and impede me, motorbike, and I'm going to turn left, mirror, signal. Because I've said mirror, the examiner knows that I've checked my mirror. Even if I didn't check my mirror, the examiner's probably not going to be looking at me because I've said mirror.
My pupil Valeria, who recently passed, she done an amazing commentary for her driving test. She made her examiner feel super safe.
Who was her examiner?
Her examiner was Leroy.
No way,
And
Leroy!
yeah, he actually made a comment in regards to her commentary and said that it was of a really good standard, really good level of commentary. And he said it was it's quite funny because some people who do commentate actually commentate their faults as they're going around.
Oh, no.
So like, oh, I forgot to check my mirror then. Oh, I must make sure I do it next time. So
Your
you're basically
commentary-
doing their job for them.
Your commentary should be what's coming up next, not what you've just done.
That's it.
We're always planning next. By the way, really good video about planning ahead in commentary.
You've got one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where is that one? Is that down there? Up there? Up
it's
there?
here.
It's up there
you can
too.
only put cards in the top right corner, but it's top left for us because we're mirrored. So
Up there.
there. Click it, watch it, learn. It's really in depth. It's really good. And yeah, that's our top 3 steps to passing your driving test. Top 3 things you need to do, steps you need to take so that you can be more prepared for your driving test. Because we don't want people failing, we want people passing.
Success rate.
Success rate, sky high. If you've got your driving test coming up, let us know in the comments. If you've had your driving test, let us know how it went. And if
there's anything we can do to help you,
send us a message on Instagram. Get involved in the community at Driving School TV. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Also, before you go, like, comment, subscribe. I was waiting for you to do that.
oh, was you?
Yeah. Peace.
Ciao.